everybody. Welcome back to Versus Live. My name is Corey Ballmeister.
And I'm Ross Merriam.
And we got Dan in the booth. Say what's up, Dan.
What's up, Dan?
Dan will be taking all your questions, comments, concerns, and burns if they're aimed at Ross in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can get his favorite burns towards Ross sent over to us so that we can all burn Ross together. Like a family does, before Christmas. That's what family's all about, is just burning the ones you love here on national television, right?
I believe that is the origin of the phrase chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Yeah, just roasting your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, it checks out to me.
The chestnuts are a euphemism for the balls you are proverbially busting.
Okay. Wow. All right, I think we can safely end that analogy right there, everyone. So for round number 2 here on Historic, we are playing a little bit more of fun decks, and there's nothing more fun to me than the beautiful Bird Serpent. I tried to make this deck uber competitive for a long time. This is my first project in Historic. I have definitely moved on to Rakdos Arcanist as my new favorite toy, but this was number 1 for me that I wanted to make work because I love Demonic Pact, okay? So I have been just trying to get Mind Stone into Demonic Pact to be extremely good, and in some matchups it is, but in some matchups it is not.
I gotta say, as someone who typically does not like grindy mid-range strategies, Demonic Pact is a card I like quite a bit. The tension of it, where you're like, anytime I cast a Demonic Pact and I don't have a way to answer it in my hand, I'm happy.
But don't worry, you always do.
Yeah.
You always have one. You can play Demonic Pact on 4. If it's looking rough, put this into your hand. You gotta get out of jail free cards. So
fun story. At one of the very first opens I played after moving to Roanoke, big crew go down because there was a bunch of people here at that time. Didn't make day 2 of whatever the open was, and I was going to play a classic, but I didn't really like any of the decks in standard at the time. I was playing a standard classic, and Michael Majors was like, "Yo, I've got a deck for you, but I'm not going to give it to you unless you agree to play it sight unseen." And he's like, it's competitive with a twist, so like probably just took it competitive back and like, made
it a little bit worse.
Weird. Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm in. And it was Jeskai Black, but with Demonic Pact in it.
Oh,
I had like a Silumgar's Command, a couple of Disperses. I think there were a couple other ways of dealing with it.
Wow, you had to try way harder back then, huh?
So not only did I have to try harder just to win, the time it took to end games was incredible. I've never gone to tie more often in a tournament in my life, but the deck was super fun.
Nice. A Michael Majors brew always sounds quite spicy.
Yeah,
so,
and I think I X2'd and took like 10th or whatever, so I got myself some store credit.
Not too shabby, too shabby. God, just don't even say classics to me. I would die to just scrub out of an event right now, go play a classic, and then, go get some dinner with everyone afterwards. That would be great. But
so Corey playing Esper Yorion. I'm going to be playing a little Mono-Red Planeswalker brew.
Okay.
As I said before the break, this is from the Zendikar Rising Championship. Takahiro Toma taking it to a 5-2 record. Kind of surprising to me that nobody, I was going through deck lists and I hadn't, combed through every list from that tournament. Yeah. I just found this deck and went 5-2. I was like, why didn't I not hear any word about this?
I didn't even hear any word about it. I was doing coverage, so.
He went 4-4 during the standard portion, so I don't think it was ever really up near the top of the standings.
Must have gimped into day 2 and then had a win streak.
Yeah.
That's one surefire way to get off coverage is when you're dead for top 8.
Started 3-0 though in the first historic portion, then 1-3'd standard. And from there, probably was just kind of sitting in the middle tables and never really got near the top. But so a deck flying under the radar looks really cool here.
Cool. Well, let's battle. I punted round 1 on purpose because that's how much I love Yorion, chat. I just want to give my beautiful Bird Servant the best chance to win. So I could have killed you on that last turn, but I was just like, you know what? I want to increase my percentage points a little bit here. So that's what I'm doing. That's my story. So pass to you.
It's the holiday time. It's the time for giving.
It didn't need any evaluating there.
It's the time for giving.
Yeah, giving you a beat down here. All right. That was a really interesting draw. Yeah, I think I'll play that. Mind Stone. Pass to you.
Mind Stone. That's
this is
card.
This was me and Andrea Mangucci were kind of working on this deck together, just because he is also a lover of Esperoni. You know,
Yes.
They changed the deck title when you go over to Italy. There, it becomes Esperoni
yeah.
instead of Esper Doom. But we worked on it a little bit together, and let me tell you, we've been having fun. So I'm gonna take 2 and play Doom. Your turn. Upkeep trigger.
That's really annoying.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
I think I'm just going to sack this for a card.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Just gets rid of it.
So I don't really plan on doing anything with my turn, because
Yeah.
if I tried to play another creature and throw away to the Doom Foretold, Corey's going to have some permanent.
Yeah,
in his
I
turn.
need some 2/2s from you, my good sir. The only thing we forgot for tokens. 2/2 vigilance creatures, please.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
This does trigger the Doom Foretold immediately, and
Yeah.
so you don't have to get rid of the Mind Stone.
Exactly.
So I get. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, hold up. We're going to need them eventually, but maybe not specifically on this turn.
It's actually not the worst still, because it lets me play this turn. So maybe I would still just rather get. Yeah, I'd still rather sequence that way. But taking Corey's Mind Stone is somewhat valuable.
Thank you. You're a
It's
gentleman.
basically trading my Mind Stone for his.
Yep.
I think I'm willing to do that.
So you're just going to lose yours?
Yeah, I think so. Did I already draw the card off of it? So this is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I was on the draw.
Yeah.
So I should have a 10th card total on turn 3.
Because you're on turn 3. Yep.
Yep.
Checks out to me.
Yeah, I'll just sack the Mind Stone to the trigger.
Wait, you counted this too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
3, 7 in hand, 9, 10.
Perfect.
And yeah, play a mountain and pass the turn.
Upkeep, trigger on the stack, play an omen. Gotcha. Okay, I think I like the 1 card, and I don't like the land. Yeah, so we'll take this one, bottom this, pitch omen, and then draw for my turn.
Yep.
Okay, slightly punished by how I tapped, but that's okay. Then we'll Thoughtseize you. Okay,
Bring it to
stop
16.
ruse. So I will be activating Doom Foretold. So with that being the case, I think I'm still gonna play on top. So let's take a Bone Crusher Giant, and I'm gonna play a Farmland tapped and pass to you.
Okay. End step, I'll stomp you. You're going to gain the 2 life back immediately.
Yep. So now
I'll
set
pitch
trigger
a mountain.
this. I'll draw a card. I gain 2. You lose 2 down to.
So 18 for me, 16 for you.
Yep.
Draw for turn.
And
play
play.
mountain. Play my creatures.
Okay, you want to play with your hand revealed again, please?
Yeah, I have a Shatter Skull.
Oh, that's it. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. Now, what do we want to do here?
You have 4 in hand?
5.
5.
All right, I'm going to start with a Narset. Activate.
Yep.
Wow. We got all the options. Every single option here. I'm kind of leaning on ECD initially for power level because my Narset is probably not long for this world. But, I mean, the sweetness is really calling Demonic Pact for me here. Oh, man, I know what chat wants me to do. Hardcast Shark Typhoon. That's every chat, but...
It's definitely a fan favorite.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I think I might just have to be a Corey for the people here and get Demonic Pact going. Not that it's, a bad card right now, because it will be pretty good, but it takes some time to get going. I think I do have time. All right, I'm going to take it. Then I'm going to play a land tapped and pass to you.
Okay, I've got a land. I'm gonna Shatter Skull for 3, 2 on the night, 1 on the Narset.
2 on the night, 1 on the Narset. That's pretty good. So then you're gonna attack Soulscar Mage. So the Narset and Bone Crusher to me, putting me to 12. Yep, that seems fine. I'm guessing that's
Make that
your play, right?
attack.
Yep.
Yeah. A little risky if Corey had like a removal spell, but I'm pretty behind here. I think I've got to be aggressive.
I like
You're
it.
taking 4, going to 12, and then I'll pass the turn.
Okay, then I'm gonna play Demonic Pact. Let's go like this.
I'd like to draw a Planeswalker of some kind.
Would you? Yeah, I bet you
The
would.
namesake of my deck would be nice.
And then I am just going to play a land tapped and pass to you.
Or, I could draw that. Play a land, activate the district.
Sure.
I will attack you for 8.
Okay, I'll take it.
Before damage, I will abrade the Mind Stone, trigger prowess.
Okay.
Take 9.
Yep.
Brings you to 3.
Alrighty.
Pass the turn.
Tilt.
So I think we're going to get a 4 damage and 4 life.
Yeah, I think so too. And I guess it's only spells, huh? Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
lucky. Okay, so I'll deal damage. I'll go to 7.
Pretty easy decision there.
Yep, that's helpful.
7 life. No, I have no hand.
Yeah, we're gonna buy Yorion and play a Mind Stone. And
Really needed that abrade to be the 1 lightning strike. There's 2 abrade, 1 lightning strike, which is kind of a weird split, but
yeah, that is kind of a weird split. I don't think I'm actually gonna play that Mind Stone. I'm just gonna play a land tapped and pass to you.
been doing a lot of lands tapped.
Yeah, my mana base deals some damage to me. I will say that.
Yeah, activate district.
Okay.
Get in for 4.
All right, I'll cycle a Shark for 1 and block the district.
Take 1. Go
Alright.
to 6.
6.
Play a mountain and pass the turn.
All right. 2, I'm going to draw 2 cards.
Yep.
1, a 2, and then 1 for my turn. This is where stuff gets fun. For me.
0 planeswalkers with this draw have been rough.
Yeah. Oath of Kai on this.
You go to 9.
9. And I could Yorion here, but I think I want to... I mean, that does seem pretty dang good. You could cast a Planeswalker of some regard.
Having the Yorion in play is probably better against Planeswalker.
Yeah, probably. I think I am just going to play a Mind Stone, a land tapped, and pass to you.
District.
Yep.
For 3.
6.
And Guardian Idol.
All right, you playing that busted card too, huh?
Pass the turn.
All right. End step.
Some 5th Dawn uncommons.
Oh yeah. End step. I'm gonna draw. Untap. You discard 2.
Draw with the mindset. Okay.
Yep. You discard 2.
Yep.
So I should do something about this, otherwise I die. All right. So I'm gonna go like this. I'm going to play Omen. I will take this Omen on the top. Don't want Wrath of God. Then I will Yorion. Blink these out. Bring them back. 3 to you.
I'll go to 15. You'll go to 12.
To
Or you
9.
go 9. Sorry.
Yeah, you go to 15. I will Omen, land, bottom, draw, and pass to you. This is such a Corey B deck.
Mountain, go.
All right, end step, I will Omen. Don't need those. Draw. Untap, I will draw 2 from Demonic Pact.
Clearly, Corey has some sort of 2-mana interaction that he left up instead of playing the other Omen and drawing more cards. So maybe he just had enough cards in hand that it didn't matter.
Yeah, I had something. I'll attack.
Go to 11.
Okay, let's go with a Doom Foretold. Let's go with a Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. A draw. Actually, yeah, I'm going to just play a land and tuck this. And then I'm going to pass to you, trigger Doom Foretold.
I'm going to go to 9. You're going to go to 11.
Yep.
You'll get a knight.
And here you go.
And we'll draw. play Mind Stone and sack it.
Sure.
A little awkward. So yeah, I'm just very dead.
Super dead.
Yeah, I can't even afford to kill the Teferi because then I can't activate the district, and you have 6+4 to me with the pact.
Yeah. Dealing 10. I could draw some more cards. I got a Narset, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, really needed to find the Planeswalkers after, my opening hand was like 2 Bone Crushers, a Mind Stone, and 4 lands.
Yeah, like good value mid-game stuff.
Yeah,
but
just needed to follow it up with the heavy hitters and didn't find them.
Yep.
Got worked over. But that happened in round 1. I came back.
Yeah.
So we'll just do the same thing.
That's true. That seems how it usually goes.
So let's do the same thing and take a short break, and then we'll do some sideboarding, and then I'll come back and win the next 2 games.
No.
I'll be back in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
No.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where we are sideboarding in our matchup between Mono Red Planeswalkers and Esperiorian Doom Foretold. On my side, I am a Karn deck, so not much happening here. This sideboarding is less motivated by me wanting Scrabbling Claws in my deck and more motivated by me not wanting a Braid in my deck.
Yeah, I like that.
Very few targets for a Braid in Corey's deck, so just really not an effective card. Scrabbling Claws can cycle, so it has a very high floor, and also can disrupt Elspeth Conqueror's Death, which is a really annoying card for my side of the matchup, so that's the card I'm bringing in instead of a Braid.
I like it. From my end, I have enough spot removal with Baffling Ends, Eliminates, and stuff where you're a small amount of creatures. I don't really want to be dedicating turn 4 for, even though this is maybe the most beautiful Wrath of God art ever. God, that's gorgeous. Also taking out Grafdigger's Cage. I like the one of just in the metagame because I am not a deck that brings things back. So it's just a card I get to play for free, similar to Azorius Control. This was my motivation, was a Brad Barkley's Azorius Control deck, but I just wanted to be a little bit better and just a little bit more dynamic of a deck. So adding black did that for me, but I never could get it going good enough. Taking out 1 Treacherous Blessing on the draw and then 1 Narset on the draw. And bring in just great 2-mana interaction, cards that go great with Teferi. Another point of things that I was stealing from the good results from Azorius Control is Teferi untap, 2-mana interaction is that same similar thing of Nissa untap a Breeding Pool interaction. That's just a very good recipe right now.
Yep.
And a nice play I like to have in the back of my pocket, even though this isn't a dedicated Teferi deck.
Yeah, you still want to have that synergy, and those 2-mana interaction cards are still quite good.
Good on turn 2, yeah.
You cast on turn 2, you cast a Mind Stone +1 on turn 3.
Yeah.
A lot of things that you can do with them. They're just among the best cyber cards in the last 5 years.
And one of the best things pre-turn 2 that you can possibly do here on Versus Live is getting a question from Dan. Wouldn't you agree?
You kind of tricked me there at first. I was like, where is he going with this? And I didn't realize that you were doing that.
You didn't realize I was doing a bit? Have you met me? I'm one big walking bit. Dan?
That is true.
So people have been
You're
asking
a couple
about
bits
her.
short of a bite, I can tell you that.
People have been asking about her, and we have to oblige. It's time to talk about one of the first new planeswalkers from Kaldheim.
Wait, we got one?
Yes,
Oh my god. Hold
Kaya
me.
the Inexorable.
Oh yeah, that one's not great.
Yeah.
I have not seen this
People
one.
are
yeah,
wondering,
okay.
so we must oblige.
Yeah, it might be.
White, black, and 3 for
Oh,
a
no.
5 loyalty, Kaya. +1. Put a ghost form counter on up to 1 target non-token creature. It gains when this creature dies or leaves the battlefield, or when the creature dies or is put into exile, return it to its owner's hand and create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying.
Is it +1 or +2?
+1.
Okay.
All right. -3. Exile target non-land permanent.
Bang. That's a good one. That's a good ability.
that's-
And -7,
the money
her
ability.
ultimate.
Yeah.
You gain an emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a legendary spell from your hand, from your graveyard, or from among cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost.
Is this maybe the card that finally gets Broodmoth playable? Maybe?
What's the condition for the trigger on the emblem?
At the beginning of your upkeep,
Yeah, okay, it just happens once a turn.
And what was it? At the beginning of your upkeep, you do what?
You
Cast a
something from
legendary
your-
spell from your hand, graveyard, or
Okay.
a card
You know
in
what we
exile
got to
that you
invest in on
own.
the Versus Live room is a big screen right here. Get a visual representation. Dan, can you put that out of your budget,
So-
out of your personal budget, please?
No.
Oh, okay.
Here's my issue with Kaya. For a 5-mana Planeswalker, a pretty significant investment, I want a card that can be a standalone threat
Yeah.
that will generate a cascading advantage over the course of the game, that it's going to be a great top deck on an empty battlefield.
Mm-hmm.
That is not Kaya, because that +1 on an empty battlefield does nothing.
Yeah.
I guess you plus on itself sometimes, so that if they deal with it, then you because it doesn't say another, right? Does the +1 say another?
Up to 1.
Up to 1 non-land permanent, right?
Non-token
Non-token
creature.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you don't have
If you
creatures,
could name Kai, I think that would be busted. Actually.
well, I mean, then if they kill it, they get a 1/1, right? Like, or you get a 1/1. That's not.
But then it returns to your hand. If it dies,
oh
you-
yeah,
the creature
returns to your hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That would be too.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So yeah, like this is for that +1 to be relevant, then you need to be playing with creatures. So it restricts, the kinds of decks that it goes in.
Yeah.
The -3 obviously really nice. A flexible removal spell, but at 5 mana, like that's not enough for me to want to play the card. So
Yeah.
that's why you need to put it in decks where you're taking advantage of the +1.
Yeah.
It is going to be a difficult Planeswalker to attack down. It starts with a lot of loyalty. It gets to that ultimate pretty quickly, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure exactly how much that is worth. My instinct is not a ton.
Yeah.
And if the removal spell is nice, but I'm still kind of low on this.
Yeah, for me, I think it's not going to see standard play for a couple reasons. I think if it started at 6 loyalty and it could downtick twice and exile 2 things, I think then it would be a decent card, just as a great control card. Maybe an S for control deck as a top end. I think that could be reasonable. But I don't think just with that Planeswalker only having 1 relevant ability that it's going to be good enough, personally. But maybe some kind of Abzan nonsense. I could see it seeing play where you put that on a Questing Beast, for instance. That seems pretty cool. Because then if Questing Beast dies, you get it back plus a 1/1 counter.
Protecting good 4-drops, definitely something that's nice. But if you have a 4-drop that is really necessary to kill very quickly, and you're casting Kaya and protecting it, that means that your opponent doesn't have an answer to that 4-drop.
That's true.
So then you're looking at more a kind of win more card, where it's only going to be it's only going to actually work in situations where it's probably unnecessary.
Yeah. Nope. I'm pretty low on it. I don't think it's going to be very good.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of I'm a little gun shy on being very definitive there, given how much we underrated the previous Kaya.
I still will always throw myself under the bus, or I said Oko, not that great. Not that great. I remember that very distinctly on the show, and it's haunted me for years and will for years to come. Yeah.
I did the same thing with Once Upon a Time. Don't worry.
Yeah, you wrote a whole article. You can rewind the tapes and hear me say it once. For you got written words like, stone prophecy.
Yeah, I chiseled it into a stone tablet and put it on my front door.
Yeah, I know. I'm still mad at you for chiseling that into the side of my house. Okay.
So I just want to point out real fast is that chat is actually mentioning that the ultimate combos really nicely with Karn's Temporal Sundering, because it's a legendary spell that you can cast from exile with her ability, and you take an extra turn and you bounce
legal?
something back.
Is that card even legal though?
It's
I mean, in historic, I guess.
Historic.
Yeah.
All
See,
of
you're talking
expanded
about
My
formats.
5 and 7 mana spells in historic are really going to be
It's not the
booming.
5-mana spell. It's the emblem from the 5-mana Planeswalker and a 6-mana spell.
Come on, chat. Usually you're right, and you open our eyes to a lot of interactions, but come on, chat.
It's cool that you found that, but that's not competitive.
Go to bed, chat. But after the show. of
But
course, yeah.
Magical Christmas Land.
All right, how's your hand?
Unkeepable.
Okay, my hand is not great, and it's slightly awkward, but I'm going to keep. And then I'm going to take one more question from chat.
Cool.
What other absurd interactions we got going on, chat?
Okay, so let's go with H. Christ Superstar. If Call Time ends up being a heavy artifact set, possibly, do you think Gadrak the Crown Scourge would have an impact in Standard or Historic? I will tell you what Gadrak does.
Thank you.
This is the 2 in a red 5/4 flyer that needs a bunch of treasures to attack, right?
Yeah, pretty
There was
much.
some treasure interaction. I know
5/4
that
flying,
vehicle.
Gadrak can't attack or unless you control 4 more artifacts. At the beginning of your end step, create a creature token for each non-token creature that died this
A
turn.
treasure token.
Those cards are almost never good whenever you have to work that hard for good creatures. We already have a creature that helps you out, like Uro, and then you just bring it back and it's a threat. So
Is Gadrak standard legal right now?
Yes,
That was from the
Gadrak
previous
is.
core set, right?
is it 3 mana or 5?
It's a 3 mana
It's a
5/4
3.
flyer.
Okay.
You need 4 treasures to attack, and you make a treasure on your end step for each creature that died that turn.
So it all,
non-token creature.
yeah. I mean, there was some treasure synergy here,
Yeah.
so that's something we can't know yet. But if there's something to supply it, like a creature, a 3 mana 3/3 that when it comes into play makes 3 treasures. Well, that'd be absurd, but makes some amount of treasures or something.
Things that make it's the treasure synergies as opposed to just playing a bunch of artifacts in your deck
Yes,
that I'd be
yes,
looking
yes.
out for. So, and the dwarves in this set look like they're going to play around with treasures. So Gadrak was kind of like they do that where they put something in the core set that is going to
Yeah, there
be
is.
relevant.
Then people have those aha moments.
There is
yeah.
a dwarf that does a lot with other dwarves and treasure tokens.
Yeah, and it like finds dragons when you have enough treasures.
Yeah, you
so it can
sacrifice
find
5
Gadrak.
Okay.
5 treasures. Let's
Yeah,
search
but then
for
your
a
Gadrak
dragon or
probably can
artifact.
attack. So
Yeah.
that's probably not great, but.
We'll have to say TBH on that one.
That's
TBT.
a deck. If it's there, you'll see it from us very late in the preview season when
Yeah.
we have everything and we can really flesh out the synergies as much as possible.
Yeah, the very early shows, maybe even as early as Tuesday, who knows, will definitely be our shows of just showcasing individual powers of new cards, that's
Yep.
for sure.
Okay, this is a fine 6. We'll
right.
put the Shatter Skull on the bottom since I think we're going to need all these lands.
Okay.
And I will start on a Scrabbling Claws, the card that I brought in, so I wanted it.
Oh, yeah, that's what that means, right? I have this, pass to you.
I'm going to play a Mind Stone.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I have a land go.
I will sack the Scrabbling Claw. Oh, no, there's not a card in it. It targets a card in a graveyard, and there just isn't one.
Nice claws. There are laws when you play those claws, unfortunately. Wow.
Empty hand, let's go.
Okay, yep. Omen of the Sea. I'm doing much less cool stuff than you. Well, both of these cards are powerful, but they're both expensive, and they don't truly answer any of yours. So I'm going to put some serious heat to the bottom there, even though I'm not pleased about it. Can that quite possibly be correct? Maybe I want to keep this top one.
Okay, what do I want to draw here? Chandra, Torch of Defiance.
Do you have that in your deck?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't.
The best red planeswalker ever printed? Yeah, that one's in my deck.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just debating if I want to play this other card or keep this other one. I think I will, but I might regret this. So we'll keep that. Draw, untap, draw. I have a land go.
Come on.
Don't do it.
That was not it.
Yay!
Sack this Mind Stone.
Okay. Oh no, you can draw Scrabbling Claws as well now.
Play Guardian Idol.
Okay, that's not bad. At least it
And-
allows you to attack with your Heart of Kieran. That resolves.
Well, Crewing the Heart is still only 4 damage and much worse
true.
against a single piece of spot removal.
True.
So I would just rather get in for 4 with the Soul Scars.
16.
Pass the turn.
I got another Omen.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to keep this top card. I do not want this one. So I drew that. I'll draw for my turn. Okay.
Still have yet to draw a Planeswalker.
In your all Planeswalker deck. Bang. Here you go.
On the end step, I will sack Scrabbling Claws to exile the Mind Stone.
Okay. Your hot tech you got to bring in.
Whatever, it cycles.
Yeah, this is my shields down turn, or I'm just hoping your turn isn't too good.
Oh, well, I've got a pretty good one.
Uh-oh.
I drew a Chandra.
Oh, God.
The issue here being I want to plus and then not remove a counter for heart because
Yeah.
I don't want the Demonic Pact to deal 4 damage to the Chandra.
That makes
So I'm
sense.
actually going to plus for mana and use that mana to activate the Guardian Idol.
Okay.
And then once again, I have 3 2-power creatures because of prowess, so activating the heart doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I will just attack for 6.
All right. I'm down to 10.
Brings you to 10 and pass the turn.
Okay.
Guess, yeah, I should have exiled then. Because if I hit, yeah, because it's going to be worth 2 damage anyway. Yeah, whatever. Keep playing. That was a mistake.
Upkeep.
Because if I exile and hit another Mind Stone or a Guardian Idol, I would love to cast it. I would get the 2 damage anyway because of prowess. And if I hit anything else, it's the same 2 damage. Should
You
have
miss out on 2 damage, right? Or wait, yeah, because you already... Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, the 2 damage from the Guardian Idol or the 2 from the Chandra activation
Okay,
if I use the other ability.
I think I'm going to start by trying to conserve my life total, and let's hit a Soul Scar Mage.
Okay, so that's going to bring you to 14.
Yep. Draw.
Don't ECD my Chandra.
I don't think I'm going to.
I don't like that response because that implies that you can and you have something better.
No, I don't have it. That's what I should say. But I do have a decent play, so I'm going to go like this and to Fairy Tuck it.
That's the same thing.
What? Not the same. You're going to get it back eventually. All right, pass to you. You could eat it in response if you don't want to draw it eventually.
I think I'll put it in my deck.
Okay.
Okay, that's not the worst to draw, but it's not great.
Okay.
Soulscar Mage.
Okay.
But what it does allow me to do is activate a Guardian Idol, use the new Soulscar Mage and the Idol to crew the heart,
And then attack this.
Soulscar at Teferi and heart at you.
Okay, I'm down to 10.
Undo that life gain and then pass the turn.
I am going to draw 2 cards. Demonic Pact has just been outrageous so far.
It's a powerful magic card.
Yeah. Powerful, but very risky. Now the question is, do I want to line up my Yorion now? And the answer is probably yes.
That tends to be the nature of Faustian bargains.
Yeah.
Corey. They're powerful but risky.
Touche.
It didn't end well for Faust, in case you haven't read the story.
I haven't.
Didn't end well for him.
Okay. Okay. I'm not going to ask if that's what you're wondering.
He must have not had a Yorion.
I am going to buy Yorion because I kind of have to. And I know what you're drawing. So,
Do you?
Well, I know your order. It's not the next one, but the one after is the Chandra.
Yeah. So I have random card at top and then Chandra beneath it.
Okay, and then I think I'm just gonna play. I'm getting a little risky here.
And you have the Yorion for next turn.
Yeah, I'm just saying life total wise. Basically, I'm deciding whether or not to shock in, because that is a real cost right now.
I do have 5 damage just on the battlefield.
Yeah.
After life.
Yeah, I think I will shock in this Watery Grave, and then pass to you. I'll have to discard.
So you're at
8.
8. So you have like an Omen of the Sun? Is that even in your deck?
Maybe.
And I'm going to do the things that I can do. Activate the Idol.
Okay.
Crew Heart.
Okay.
Attack for 5.
Okay, I'll cycle, get a 1/1 shark.
Sure. Block
And
the
I'll
heart.
block the heart, draw a card.
1, go to 7.
Yep.
Play this mountain because I'm going to get Mind Routed anyway.
Yep.
That's the turn.
All right, discard 2 cards.
Will do.
Okay, now I'm going to take 2 again.
Brings you to 5.
5. And then I'll play Snorian here. Blink these out. Bring them back. First one, bottom. Draw. Second, bottom, 4 lands. Draw, and pass to you. I'll have to discard. Probably don't want to Thoughtseize. Yeah.
Okay. I'll play the Chandra.
I'll Disdainful Stroke that.
That's a tilt. And I'm very dead.
Oh, you can get me to 1, right?
Yes, I can put you to 1 at the cost of one of my creatures.
Yep.
But you do have the Demonic Pact ready to gain 4 more life.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a full grip. I have a little bit of burn in my deck. Yeah, let's...
I'll kill... The idol isn't like indestructible or any shenanigans, right? I think I'll block this.
Yeah, take 4, go to 1.
Down to 1.
Pass the turn.
Okay, yeah, let's deal 4 to a Soulscar Mage.
You're at 5.
All right, draw. My hand particularly is not that good, but it does have the chances to be good. I got an Narset. I will activate. Not particularly strong of a pickup. No. Let's go with the Mind Stone. Omen. Okay, I'll keep these. And I'll play a Chapel and pass to you.
Okay, just need to draw an Act of Treason, and then we're all set.
You got a lot of those, right?
Yeah, plenty of.
Okay, sweet.
So, interesting draw.
Okay.
Sky Sovereign.
The boat. Okay, resolves.
3 damage to Narset.
Narset down.
Can't crew anything, pass the turn.
All right, end step.
Would have liked to have that extra Soulscar Mage.
Yeah, end step, I'll cycle. Oh, I had a Mind Stone.
I guess it wouldn't have
JK, I should have played this. I forgot I had Mind Stone. I just need to leave 2 mana up. So cycle.
Yep.
Untap. I will draw 3 cards.
Yep.
1, a 2, a 3. Now I will.
Oh, attack is not good.
No, it's not. I'll attack.
I'll take 4, 16.
Okay, second main phase. Oh, that's gonna be spicy. All right. I will Teferi.
Okay.
Draw. Then I will cast Yorion. And I will keep the original. And I will blank out these. And then I will bring them back. And then I will trigger Yorion. And I'll blink out these. And I'll untap these 2 land with a 2-mana interactive spell. And
Resolve 3 Omen Trigger.
3 omens, yes. I'll take this Doom Foretold. I'll take this Narset. And I'll take this Eliminate. And I'll discard this Thoughtseize, this extra land. And I'll pass to you. I've assembled it. I have enough. I have the power. All right.
Rough.
Where are you going?
Where are you going? We just started. I was about to draw. I was only going to draw 6 cards my next turn. No big deal. And then Teferi would have been the 7th card.
I just haven't been able to apply much pressure at all. Some awkward draws, a lot of Soulscar Mages, which are not great in the matchup.
Yeah, they really don't seem good.
Yeah, this deck has a lot of anti-aggro cards. Like I have 4 Shock, 4 Bone Crusher, 4 Soulscar Mage, all in the main. So I've been drawing a lot of those cards in this matchup. But, you know, with the Karn sideboard, you don't have the opportunity to bring in a bunch of better options.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to have even something like the Berserker, that's like the 2/2 haste Renowned. That's probably not an historic. That's a little old.
Yeah,
But
I
like
do.
some creature like that.
I do think people lean a little bit too far on the artifact plan. Like, what does Ratchet Bomb like really do? You know, like there's so many artifacts where I think that people just put them in because they see them in other lists. When I think that you can have a Karn sideboard and have a sideboard of like 5 to 6 cards. You know, like even look at the Juiza list I played. He agreed with me. He had like, we got time for a pity game, huh?
Yeah.
He had, you know, like 3 Timelies, 3 Ceremonious Rejection, and then a Karn package. And I think that's great. It's focusing on 2 matchups that you want to be focusing on. Probably your problem matchups, you know. There's no cards for Sultai because that deck does already beat Sultai. But I think there's wiggle room for that, and people play too many very corner case artifacts when you just got to play some games and be like, does this ever come up? If not, like, don't worry about it, you know?
The value of being able to sideboard in specific matchups is going to be worth more than your least gotten,
Agreed.
bullets.
Agreed.
I agree as well, and especially a deck like this that has a lot of cards that are pretty weak in control matchups in the main, but also has a lot of planeswalkers. And if you're able to sideboard out some of those bad cards, you can keep the Bone Crushers; they're going to be fine.
Yeah, they're always good.
But if I could get the Abrades out of my deck and the Shocks and have the Scrabbing Claws aren't great, but that's whatever, and have just 4 other cards to bring in of some other early threat like Legion War Boss. That would be pretty cool. I want some creature threat like that can generate value and take over a game.
Yeah, or even like Big Chandra if maybe the metagame calls for it. You can go like faster, or you can go bigger, tough cards to deal with. But yeah, I agree. You got to have some wiggle room. So, all right, let's play our pity game here. Regardless, we'll be playing for the marbles next. All right. All right, Snorian, don't let me know now.
Yeah, I gotta send that one back.
Oh, that was my hand up until this last card. I think that is the only card that allowed me to keep, so I will keep.
Was it Watery Grave?
It was Watery Grave.
Pretty good at this.
So many black-white check lands in this deck, maybe just because I will be the first to admit that mana bases are not my strongest when I'm building decks. Not bad at tuning and building general powerful shells, but when it comes to mana bases, I just threw in everything that added white-blue, black-white, or blue-black, and just hoped it worked out. But there is a few too many white-black check lands, I think.
Yeah. Okay. This is a better 6. We'll put the Shock on the bottom.
All right.
And a lead on a Soulscar Mage.
I'm shocked.
No, actually, you're not going to be shocked.
Oh, thank God.
Unless I draw more, which I really don't want to
do. Thank God I'm not shocked then. Okay, I'm going to take 4 and Thoughtseize you.
Well, that's a tilt.
Oh, got to get that Scrabbling Claws out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think I have to take this Bone Crusher. It's the most threatening thing. I can try to deal with Chandra later, even though that's a problem card. But yeah, we'll take that. Pass to you.
Agree. Ooh, that was a great draw.
Uh-oh. Mindstone?
Guardian Idol.
Okay,
second best draw to Mindstone. Attack for 2.
You know you got a mountain on top, right?
So you're at 14.
14, yeah.
Mindstone would have been a little better because I get to play the Claws 2 and get in for 3.
Yeah. All right, I'll pass to you.
Come on now.
Wah, wah, wah. Hope it was a colorless land.
I will play a Scrabbling Claws.
Okay.
I will attack for 2.
Okay. 12.
I will sack the Claws, exile the Thoughtseize.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice order.
There it is.
Okay.
And play the Soulscar and pass the turn.
End step. Omen.
So you're at 12. I've drawn a million Soulscar Mages in this match.
You really have. All right. Now what do we want to do? Let's see. As sad as it is, I might just want to buy Yorion here. That's not great for me, but...
I would love to see that. I'd love to see it, chat.
I could, cycle the Shark Typhoon to try to find a Thoughtseize. That seems bad, and a 1/1 Shark is not very good.
If you wanted to find the Thoughtseize, you'd be getting no Shark at all.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying the 1/1 body is not that good either, which does lead me to think that Doom Foretold is just the play I want here, but buying Yorion is just the play I want, but dang, is that not good. Let's see here. Maybe I want to cycle first then and play a different land if that's the case. Yikes.
Yeah, the Shark Typhoon cycle is sort of the high risk, high reward play here. And it's a play that you might want to make when you feel pretty behind, which Corey clearly does.
Yeah.
And he's not wrong. He's behind.
I am behind. I think I am just going to put Yorion into my hand. Here we go. Hate it.
Okay, I will be playing Chandra.
Yep.
I will plus the Chandra to exile.
Okay.
Take 2, please. Go to 10.
Okay.
And then get in for 4.
Down to 6.
You're up.
All right. Oh, this is quite bad. Oh, that would have been nice last turn. We'll play Doom Foretold. Pass to you.
I will sacrifice Guardian Idol to the Doom Foretold.
Okay. So that costs 3.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm dead to a land or a spell? Yeah, that's pretty good.
I will plus to exile.
Okay.
Annoying. I wanted to make a fun joke about you being shocked when I killed you with this shock.
Oh, okay.
But now you just see that you're dead to the lightning
Yeah,
strike.
so I scoop before you make such a bad joke. No, I drew Baffling End there right at the end. Like, my hand was great for late game, but I did not have a way to get rid of that Chandra. So, you know, maybe I should have just taken that. I could have dealt with Bone Crusher, so maybe that was just a huge punt.
It was.
But if you were delayed at all with that Chandra and didn't cast it on time, I felt great. And you only had 2 lands, so you drew Mind Stone into Red Source, but you had 2 draws at it.
Yeah. 2 draws at the Red Source, and really a third. If I had missed that, I would have it on my next turn. But yeah, the Guardian Idol was just an incredible draw that certainly punished your play.
Yeah.
When you thought these, I thought you were going to take Bone Crusher, and it certainly seemed like the best card in my hand.
Yeah.
But, you know, if your hand is of the texture that you think you can just beat the Bone Crusher anyway, you might want to play around me getting lucky and drawing that piece of acceleration.
I couldn't beat the Bone Crusher either, though. I didn't have any creature removal, so...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at the time, but you ended up drawing the Baffling End.
Drew a Baffling End, which would have been pretty timely, but yeah.
So that means it was the combination of the top of my library and the top of your library that punished your decision.
Exactly.
That's a, you know, hard thing to beat yourself up about.
Yeah, that's okay, because honestly, I think I'm the most excited about our last match anyways, and it's just a special one to be playing for the marbles. It is just a mono white mirror. No big deal. Something we see all the time in formats.
Yeah, Plains is the most played basic land. We all know that.
By far. We're both handicapping ourselves by not playing one of the 4 colors of Magic. We're playing the 5th Outcast Cousin, which is white cards here. So I'm going to be playing the mono white life gain deck by Crokies. And what do you got up against me?
We'll be playing a little 9 live.
Yeah, so a deck that's trying 2 completely different mono white decks. One,
but these are really the 2 kinds of mono white deck. When you're mono white, you're either locking your opponent out of the game with a bunch of weird pillow fort enchantments, or you're playing a bunch of cheap creatures.
You're gaining life, and they're getting boosted by you, boosting your HP. That's pretty much the only thing that white decks do. So that's going to be the battle for the marbles, a really strange one, but that'll be coming up in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on Versus Live.